There is a secret number that doctors know, but they rarely ever say it out loud. 1 billion people on this planet right now are severely vitamin D deficient at this time. This is not just in places without sunlight. It is happening in California and in Florida, in places where the sun hits very hard. The sun shines 300 days a year. And every year, Americans spend quite a lot, exactly $936 million, spent every year on vitamin D supplements. Just tiny pills kept in plastic bottles. They are delivered right to your front door, auto-renewed for you every single month. They renew without you ever thinking twice. Meanwhile, something is growing right now, growing in a pot on my back porch. There is no medical prescription needed. No credit card or cash is required. No subscription to anything is necessary. It produces much more vitamin D naturally than any supplement found on the market. And it has been doing it quietly, doing this for 3,000 years, while Western science looked the other way. By the end of this short video, you will know exactly how this works. To set this up in 3 minutes. And you will never buy pills again. Never buy a vitamin D pill again. Walk into any traditional household in rural Japan on a clear morning. Look at the windowsills. Look at the bamboo trays set outside on wooden balconies. Look at what is drying in neat rows under the open sky. Mushrooms, hundreds of them. Gills facing up toward the sun. This is not decoration. This is not a drying technique for flavor. This is a 3,000-year-old pharmaceutical system that 1 billion people across Asia still practice every single week. Japanese grandmothers do not explain it. They do not post about it. They just do it, the same way their grandmothers did and their grandmothers before that. Tourists walk past and assume it is cooking preparation. It is medicine production happening in plain sight on every street in every traditional neighborhood from Kyoto to Seoul to Chengdu. In South Korea, open-air markets stack sun-dried mushrooms in woven baskets the size of wheelbarrows. The price per kilogram is less than $3. Korean shoppers walk past without a second glance because this is as ordinary to them as a vitamin aisle is to an American. In China, traditional medicine practitioners have documented mushroom sun exposure therapy in texts dating back to 200 AD. The knowledge was never hidden, it was never secret. It was simply written in a language that Western researchers never bothered to translate. Meanwhile, in the United States, 1 in 4 adults is clinically deficient in vitamin D. The solution was sitting on a windowsill in Osaka the entire time. The ancient record on this is not thin, it is enormous. In China, around 200 AD, scholars compiled the Shenong Benkao Jing, the oldest surviving pharmacopoeia in human history. Mushrooms appear throughout its pages. The text describes specific preparation methods for extracting medicinal compounds from fungi. Sun exposure is mentioned explicitly as a required step. 2,000 years ago, Chinese physicians already understood that light transforms a mushroom into something the body desperately needs. In Japan during the Edo period, which ran from 1603 to 1868, mushroom cultivation became standard practice in over 80% of farming households. Families grew shiitake on oak logs stacked beside their homes. Every autumn harvest, they spread the mushrooms on flat trays and placed them outside, gills up, for 2 to 3 days before eating or storing them. This was not optional, this was the protocol, passed from parent to child across 265 years without a single interruption. Picture a Japanese farming village in 1750. The sun rises over terraced hillsides. A woman carries a wooden tray of shiitake mushrooms to the ledge of her home, placing them carefully. This was the way her mother showed her, and her mother's mother showed her mother. By midday, these mushrooms have absorbed more solar energy than any factory will ever replicate. No laboratory, no extraction process, just a tray, some mushrooms, and 4 hours of sunlight. In Korea, the royal physician Hojun spent 15 years compiling the Donggibogum in 1613. This documented mushroom therapy for bone health and vitamin D deficiency symptoms. Korean physicians were diagnosing this 400 years before Western medicine named the vitamin. The knowledge existed globally. The problem was the wall built around it, untranslated texts in libraries. 300 years of wisdom sat in university libraries that researchers never walked into. Here's what the science actually confirms. In 1992, researchers at Boston University Medical Center published findings that permanently changed how nutritional scientists understood vitamin D synthesis. They exposed shiitake mushrooms to ultraviolet B radiation for 2 hours. The result, vitamin D levels in those mushrooms increased by 1,800%, not 18%, 1,800%. The UVB light triggered a chemical reaction in the ergosterol naturally present in mushroom cell walls, converting it directly into vitamin D2, the same form your skin produces when you stand in sunlight. The mechanism is not complicated. Mushrooms contain ergosterol in their outer tissue. When UVB radiation hits ergosterol, it converts into ergocalciferol, vitamin D2. This is the exact same photochemical process that happens in human skin. The mushroom is doing what your body does. It is just doing it on your windowsill instead of on your skin. In 2013, a study published in the journal Dermatoendocrinology confirmed that a single serving of UV-exposed mushrooms, which is roughly 100 grams of fresh mushrooms, can deliver between 400 and 800 international units of vitamin D2. The recommended daily intake for most adults is 600 international units. One serving of properly sun-exposed mushrooms meets or exceeds that target completely. Compare this to the alternatives. A standard vitamin D3 supplement capsule delivers 1,000 international units, but your body absorbs it at roughly 50 to 60% efficiency. Depending on gut health and fat intake, fatty fish delivers 200 to 600 international units per serving. Fortified milk delivers around 100 international units per cup. Sun-dried mushrooms deliver their vitamin D2 in a food matrix that your digestive system recognizes, not in a synthetic capsule dissolved in soybean oil inside a gelatin shell manufactured in a facility in New Jersey. In 2014, researchers at the University of Auckland conducted a randomized controlled trial. They gave one group UV-exposed mushrooms and another group standard vitamin D supplements. After 12 weeks, both groups showed comparable increases in blood vitamin D levels. Comparable. A mushroom dried on a windowsill performed on par with a pharmaceutical supplement in a clinical trial. The science is not ambiguous. It is not preliminary. It is peer-reviewed, replicated, and sitting in medical databases that your doctor has access to, but almost certainly has never read on this specific topic. Now here's where the math gets uncomfortable. The global vitamin D market reached $4.2 billion in 2023. It is projected to hit $6.9 billion by 2030. This is not a small industry. This is a machine, and it needs you to stay subscribed. The average American household spends up to $200 a year on supplements. That is a recurring cost, automatic, invisible, a direct debit from your checking account every 30 days. Meanwhile, natural mushroom spawn costs next to nothing and grows right in your home. Go to PubMed. You will find 42,000 clinical trials for supplements, but fewer than 300 for sun-dried mushrooms. That is a 140 to 1 ratio. This is not because supplements work better, it is because they have funding. Mushrooms cannot be patented. Synthetic formulations can. They can patent the delivery mechanism. They can patent the capsule coating. They can fund trials, publish favorable results, pay for continuing medical education seminars, and place their product on the desk of every general practitioner in the country. You cannot patent sunlight hitting a mushroom. You cannot patent ergosterol converting to ergocalciferol. On a windowsill in Topeka, Kansas, there is no intellectual property to protect. There is no profit margin to defend. There is no sales force to deploy. A crop that grows from a $5 bag of spawn, feeds itself on oak wood or coffee grounds, and produces its own vitamin D on your kitchen counter cannot generate recurring revenue for anyone. This is not conspiracy. This is economics. Research follows funding. Funding follows patents. Patents require control. You cannot control a mushroom growing in a pot on your porch, so the research never gets funded. The medical schools never update their curriculum. Your doctor never mentions it. And you keep auto-renewing that supplement subscription every month without ever asking why. Here's exactly what you do, start to finish, 3 minutes. The mushroom you want is shiitake. The scientific name is Lentinula edodes. This is the variety with the highest documented ergosterol content, the raw material your body needs for vitamin D conversion. Portobello mushrooms work, Maytake mushrooms work, but shiitake gives you the most consistent results with the least effort, and it is available everywhere. You have 2 starting options. Option 1, buy fresh shiitake mushrooms from a grocery store or Asian market. Cost is roughly $3 to $5 per pound. Option 2, buy a shiitake grow kit or mushroom spawn block online. Cost is $5 to $15. One block produces multiple harvests over 6 to 12 months. Option 2 costs less per serving over time, and eventually costs nothing when you learn to propagate your own spawn, which takes about 30 minutes to learn from a free YouTube video. Day 1. You have your mushrooms, fresh or freshly harvested from your grow kit. Place them on a clean, flat surface, a baking sheet, a bamboo tray, a wire rack. Gill side up. This is the critical detail that most people get wrong. The gills face down when a mushroom grows naturally. You flip them. Gills facing the sky. The ergosterol is concentrated in the gill tissue. Maximum surface area to the sun means maximum conversion. Place the tray outside or on a south-facing windowsill. You need direct UVB light. Glass blocks UVB radiation. A windowsill through closed glass produces almost no conversion. Open the window or take the tray outside. Direct sky exposure, not shade. Leave them for 2 to 4 hours between 10 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. This is when UVB intensity peaks. Midday sun can load mushrooms with over 800 units of vitamin D. In winter, use a UVB lamp rated for reptile habitats. They produce the same UVB spectrum as summer sunlight. Bring the mushrooms inside, they are done. Eat them that day fresh or dry them completely. Store in an airtight jar in a cool, dark cabinet. Properly dried mushrooms retain vitamin D for up to 12 months. Japanese households stored them this way for centuries before refrigeration. Cook them however you want. Sauté in butter with garlic. Add to soups and broths. Slice thin over rice. The vitamin D content survives moderate heat. You do not need to eat them raw. You do not need to measure anything. One generous serving, about 100 grams, roughly a large handful, gives you a full day's vitamin D requirement. For the grow kit setup, place the spawn block in a pot or bucket with drainage holes. Keep it in indirect light indoors. Mist with water twice daily. First mushrooms appear in 7 to 14 days. Harvest, sun expose, eat. After harvesting, let the block rest for 2 weeks. Resume misting, and it fruits again. One $15 block produces mushrooms for 6 to 12 months. After that, you can propagate new spawn from your existing mycelium using brown rice or grain, which costs less than $1 and takes 30 minutes. The supply never ends unless you decide to stop. This is the 3-minute setup. Buy the mushrooms or the kit. Put them outside, gills up, 2 hours of sun, done. Every 3 weeks or so, you spend 3 minutes doing it again, and your vitamin D supply is permanently handled. We started with a number. 1 billion people deficient. $936 million spent every year on pills and plastic bottles. Here is another number, 0. That is what this costs after the first $15. A family in rural Japan figured this out before the first American pharmacy opened its doors. They did not have clinical trials. They did not have PubMed. They had a wooden tray, a south-facing ledge, and several generations of paying attention. They built their vitamin D supply the same way they built everything else that lasted, not by buying it from someone else, but by learning how it worked and doing it themselves. The mushrooms on your windowsill do not care about market projections. They do not care about supplement industry revenue forecasts. They do not care that 42,000 funded studies pointed people in the other direction for 40 years. They just sit in the sun and do what they have always done. Convert light into something your body desperately needs, for free, forever, without asking anything from you except a tray and 2 hours on a clear afternoon. Your grandchildren could be doing this from the same knowledge you write down today. That is not an exaggeration. That is what a durable skill looks like. Not a subscription, not a supply chain, a skill, a tray, a mushroom. And the sun that was always there. Subscribe and watch the next video. There is more where this came from.